Alright, Bonehawks, this video is all about learning a new character. And shoutouts to Karna, who asked me this on stream and was kind of like, I've noticed that when you learn new characters, you don't always learn like all the combos with them. And why is that? And I thought that was a great question. I wanted to answer it, so I did answer it live. So this is a bit of like a kind of unedited rant, I suppose. And speaking of that, there is no podcast today because we went on a rant. It was probably one of the longest ones that we've done, so don't worry, I'll have the timestamps. We did our fashion show, and we talked about the cameos and which ones need the most help and which ones need the least help. So that should be out tomorrow evening. But yeah, like I said, we saw your comments. We'll have the timestamps if you want to skip the stuff you don't want to listen to. But yeah, for now, just enjoy this kind of explanation on why I don't necessarily learn all the combos with the character as I'm learning them. Let's get into it.
Accept your death.
Anyone on Twitch? Say hi to YouTube, because you might be over there. So, you did mention that I don't learn all the combos right away with the character. When you're learning a new character, it's really up to you on what you want to learn first. If you just want to learn the combos, then hell yeah, go for it. Learn all the combos, do all the combos. That kind of a stuff. But for me, I want to focus on how I can get my combos going in the first place, and how I can actually hit my opponent with my character. So the first thing that I'll look at, I'll go through, what is my fastest starting button? And so I go through, so standing 1 is 7 frames, blah blah blah, 9 frames. Just kind of scan through, I don't see anything faster than 7. Spoiler alert, I know there isn't anything, but I'm going through anyways. So yeah, so okay, so my fastest button is standing 1. So then I go, what kind of combos can I get off of standing 1? And then we go through, and I would kind of fast forward this part, but I would like, oh, Scream as a combo extender. Okay, so maybe I do 1-1 Scream. So then I've kind of found a combo off of this move, right? And this being my fastest move, I can get this in most situations. So that's kind of what's like important to me when learning a character, is I'll usually find 1 or 2 combos that are like kind of like core combos. B&Bs is what they call them. So yeah, going to Scream. I'm going to show you the combo that I do. Boom, 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 boom. So 349 damage for a bar. So that's starting off of this. So that's important to me. If that's not the most highest damaging combo, then I'm not too worried about it as I'm learning the character. But then learning a character and optimizing a character are kind of 2 separate things. So learning a character is just understanding how to work around their buttons, which moves are good, which moves are bad, that kind of a thing. So yeah, so then as I go along, I kind of start playing around with this one, and then start doing the same combo from this, and say, okay, 378, so that did about almost 20 more damage than my initial one off of 1-1. So even though this is a little bit slower, standing 2 at 9 frames is still fairly fast, now I have something that I can use alternatively if someone does something really unsafe, like say Baraka's Blade Charge or something like that. So finding ways to hit the character is a little bit more important to me than finding all the combos. And most of the time it's just finding a good starter. Like this move is incredible with Sindel, and once you get really good with it, then you can start hit confirming into that, boom, 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 371. So we get more damage off of that one than we do off of our standing one, which is our fastest button. So these are kind of things that I find out. So I look for the fastest move first, find a combo off of that move, and then I start to play around with my combo pass even more, just to kind of see what else kind of stuff I can do. So generally speaking, that's kind of how I'll use a character, and I'll play some games and hyper focus on certain things. So like saying, I just want to hit this combo once per match, and I'll play against my good friend Koala Bear Khan, and I just want to hit this one combo at least once per match. That's my goal. Then once I kind of get that down, then I start to explore avenues and like, okay, I want to get a combo off of this starter. Just once per match. That's all that I want to do. Just off of this starter once per match. And then you kind of start to understand where to interchange these two things. Because, like I said, combos aren't important if you're not hitting your opponent. Now, to go off Ed the Gamer, who's saying, can you give me an example of this in neutral? Sure I can. So, this move here, let me change my back to default here. So this amazing move, armor breaking, that kind of a thing. So you need to understand the range of your moves, secondly, to hit your opponent. So like doing this right here, obviously I whiff. That makes me very, very vulnerable to attacks. So I'm gonna kind of dance in and around the range of this move. If this is like my main what's called footsie tool, to kind of attack my opponent, I need to know the range of this. So I'm dancing in and out, waiting for my opponent to dance in and out, so that I can try and make a guess based on their movement that I'm going to go in. I'm going to commit to this. They're dancing in and out. If they know that if they go in, they're getting hit by this. But I know if they go out, that I'm going to whiff it. So that's where I kind of need to back and forth. Let's set the opponent to kind of do something and try and kind of imitate some sort of movement here. So yeah, so I've seen them coming in, I'm dancing around. I see them commit, I go forward, I hit with the forward one. Now this isn't a typically great example because I kind of have an idea of what I recorded, but you can kind of see, I see them move forward, I move back, I move forward, kind of forcing them. Guess when they're going to come in, smack them with the forward one. So that's kind of an idea of like kind of playing neutral with your moves, another way to hit the opponent. I will say. Kind of a basic tactic, but you need to understand the ranges of all your moves. So from that, I can do the exact same combo that I did before. I've just found a different way to start it, and we still get decent damage, 371, off of that. So yeah, that's kind of why I don't just go through and learn all the combos, because all the combos start with different things. Like you get a different combo off of this than you would have what I showed you initially. And there are places where you would hit this, where you normally wouldn't hit that, kind of an idea. So, and then you might get confused because there's way too many combo paths and too many things for you to do. So just simplifying it, starting with one easy combo and focusing on how, like, okay, I just got to get a button into Scream. Just a button into Scream. That's all I got to get, you know? Find different ways to do that and then just focus on that one combo. And then you can start focusing on some other combos. This is, again, this is how I learn, and I like to optimize things because I find this the most fun to play because I like to win. So, yeah, I don't... And there's a lot of combos that are kind of useless. Like, I wouldn't do, like, something like this. So I'm kind of just wasting my time by learning it. So I'm just kind of want to optimize things and kind of see. And then from there, you can find ways on where to input your cameo, whatever your cameo does. So instead of doing the 1-1 into the Scream, I would do 1-1 into Shujinkydink, and that's my launcher instead. I can restand with that. And then I'm breaking 400 damage, which started off of just my regular standing 1-1 into my combo. And then you just kind of add on to it as time goes on, depending again on what you kind of want to accomplish with the character. But yes, so this was a really long roundabout way of saying, like, I don't learn all the combos first because I don't use all the combos. I'll just take one combo idea and just expand upon it, which I think is optimal. This makes so much sense. I've always losing my turn trying to get off the starter that leads to the most damage when I could have always got the punish at the cost of some maximal damage. And that's a great point. And it's something that I say a lot is, like, some damage is better than no damage at all. So even though you're not doing your most optimal combo, like I'll do this sometimes with Quan Chi, well, I'll cut my combo short because I'm either willing to give up the damage to get something else, or it's a combo that I drop all the time and I'd rather not drop that combo, and I'd rather finish the combo and get a little bit less damage, but not put myself in a vulnerable situation. So sometimes doing a less optimal combo ends up being more optimal if you think you might drop your optimal combo. You see a lot of combo videos with 500 damage for every character, but the truth is you only need 2 or 3 B&B combos for every character. These fundamentals are what matter. Exactly, Grafted King. You said it amazingly. I love that. I hope that made sense to everyone out there. I didn't ramble too much. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like because it really helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't. Let's make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks, all that stuff. See all you Bonehawks in the next video.
Accept your death.